Well, mambo vipi, welcome to another episode of Capital Creatives. This is where you get all the entertainment juice from Moreno University. This is where we bring you a lot of amazing stories that you are waiting to get. And this episode, we have one of the best, one of the memorable artists in the building, yeah? This artist amekuwa in the game. She has done a lot of amazing work and we want to know how she managed to work up to that level. So keep it locked and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms and subscribe to our channel. Hiyo iko kitu ya kwanza, make sure me subscribe. Yeah, so eyes on you, all eyes on you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Watu wanakutambuaje?
Moraa.
Any other name apart from Moraa?
Oh, like jina serikali.
Yeah.
So Velalyn Moraa. I'm a singer-songwriter from Moreno University. Yeah.
So wacha tuanzie tu basic before to move to now the details of being a musician. Who are you? Who is Moraa?
Moraa is a firstborn daughter. Moraa is a big sister. Moraa is an artist. Moraa is a dancer. Moraa is a media personality. Moraa is just a whole lot of things. Just a full combination of art.
So to the point that now you are talking about becoming an artist. What inspired you to now want to become an artist? Ukasema saizi sasa nataka kumulika hii side.
Okay, so growing up, I used to listen to a lot of classical music. Characters such as Mariah Carey, Michael Bolton, those big singers from back then. So I used to really wonder, like, mi naeza fika hapa kama wase. And I think that is the turning point of when I decided, man, I want to do this thing. Like serious, see jokes.
So you're doing it professionally?
Yep.
So are you doing music as a career, or are you doing it as an hobby, as a part-time thing?
No, as a career, I'm doing drum and theater. But for music, it's been my passion. Music is my life. It's my lifestyle. I've grown up knowing music and doing music. There's no day I've ever imagined myself not living with music. It's just a lifestyle.
Okay. Now let us now talk about your biggest breakthrough, Higher. How did you even come to that?
Okay, so I recorded Higher. Like I think it's a year now, or 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago? I think it's 2 years ago. I was in second year. I recorded Higher. I remember that day, I just had this idea in my head. Even shit for your laughing. I couldn't believe I hope it turned to something. That was the only thing I had. But I was like, I need to turn this into something. To a hit. So I went to Sketch and I told him, hey, yo, I have this idea. Unonaje? And he was like, just give me some seconds. And then he found some beats and I tried to familiarize the rhythm with the beats. And it just went smoothly until we had Higher.
So what was your strategy when it comes to songwriting? Ilikuwa songwriting ndio ilikuwa noma? Was it the beat? Was it the whole combination? Ama what can you say lead to Higher push hivyo sana?
I think when it comes to my music is timeless. It's timeless. Like my music doesn't have an expiration date. So I remember I had recorded it, I had released it, it had like 1,000 views for like 8 months. Whole 8 months, I'm just getting into my YouTube channel, I'm like 1.3. I'm like, I should stop this music.
Yeah.
I should stop this. Maybe it's not my calling. And when I started marketing for my album, I was using Higher because it was in the album and it was the only song that was out. So while I was marketing it, I think people started falling in love with it. They were like, hey, imbo ni ya nani? Na tujue hata udem ni nani?
Anatoka wapi?
Anatoka wapi? So people just fell in love with the sound later on because my music is really just timeless. It never dies.
And then the inspiration to writing Higher, inspiration yake ilikuwa wapi? Ndio kasema Higher.
I think I've been in denial for a long time through my interviews. I've been telling people it doesn't have any inspiration, but I realized this song really had an inspiration. I was just facing some heartbreak from some guy, and I was just
live.
I think I was just a closure for me. It was a closure of how I felt about this person, and from that moment I never felt the same again for the same person. It was just a closure. Like I was just pouring out myself.
Now, exclusively, umesikia? Haya ilitoka wapi? Ilitoka kwa heartbreak. So ukiheartbreakiwa, after hit from that heartbreak. So what happened? What happened after sasa you've done this? How did that person feel that ule mtu limwacha ana blow?
No.
Did it even alikuja ka stock? Did you get something like that?
I don't care. Once you leave, you leave. Yes, I don't know how it felt.
Hakuna kitu mbaya, labda hata alikuwa anadhania umeangalia.
I don't know.
Okay, now talking about production of music, you've talked about sketch. How is it producing with different producers, and how has the experience been so far?
I think different producers are talented differently.
Yeah.
Differently. So I've worked with sketch since I was in first year, and I've also explored production with Godwin, Amokea Music.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it's just really, really nice because each and every producer is different. So, for example, me and Sketch, we used to have this kind of, what would I say?
Chemistry.
Some chemistry, musical chemistry, because he has soul, I have soul. And then when I go to Godi has very vibey beats, like you just want to dance, and I also like that. So like, yeah, it's really, really nice because I feel like it helps me balance myself as a musician. Yep.
Okay. So unasema producer kuna ule wa soulmate
na kuna soulmate like soul music.
Okay, like, the soul in itself. Okay. Now, talking about the same, what about tubaki kwa the industry of music? How has it been from now you've made a collabo? Watu sasa wameanza kujua Moraa ni nani? How was the feeling?
Okay, it's been 50-50. It's been 50-50. It's been hectic, and it's also been good because I could say this opportunity has really produced more opportunities for me. It has produced more networks for me. I've gotten to achieve some things because of my music. But yeah, it's price of fame. It's costly because it also derails your mental health. It also affects your relationships with your friends, people close to you that think you're different. So I think it's been 50-50, in which it's fair. Life inakwanga tu hivyo 50-50.
Alafu sasa the entire progress as a female artist, how is it? Juu unajua kuna watu huwa their mentality is as a female artist there is some level at some point that you have to give yourself to some producers, promoters to get gigs. How is it?
I can say that once you're a musician, you have to learn patience. Like, this stuff itakam tu pole pole. And once you're comfortable with patience, utakuwa fiti. As for me, I think I've just grown slowly by slowly. Ukisikiza wimbo zangu za first year, na saizi usikize the album that I'm cooking right now, you'll hear a major difference. And it's because I chose to be patient. Siku kimbilia anything. Just take your time. Wacha tu vitu zako zi unfold venye zinafaa ku unfold na zita unfold so beautifully.
Has there been any interaction yenye unasema huyu mtu alikuwa anataka mali? Anakuambia kama unataka tu push muziki yako you have to do this and this weird things?
Okay, not really, but I've dealt with malicious producers that they don't have clear intentions. Probably they want to get something from you, not just sexual, but like maybe financial or benefit from your talent. I have. Yeah.
Do you work with a management or do you work as an independent artist?
Right now, I'm an independent artist.
Why not under any label?
I think, as I've said, music is my lifestyle. So I'm really cautious when it comes to my music. I just don't want to put it in anyone's hands. I think ndo nifike hapo nataka kuchagua label, I need to like sit down and think about it really critically. I haven't had time for that because I've been in school, and right now management wouldn't have worked for me because most of the time they require you to be in different places, different concerts. So I think maybe I might consider it after school.
Sammy Scarlick was here not long ago, and he spoke about the entire fraternity creatives from Moreno University. How would you say, has it been impactful on your end? How has it been when it comes to getting shows, getting to be acknowledged with other artists?
Okay, so dealing with the fraternity, musical fraternity, I think it's really gone down. When I was in first year, there was a whole music community. We had like a whole music community. Like, my guys tunaenda show gani tunaenda. I remember when we were going for Tusker Nexters, when we were going to support TK, there was such a great bond between artists. But squeezy, haiko. And about shows, hey man, this entertainment sector, they really need to push their socks and pull up their socks, because I don't think wasanii wanafurahia. I'm gonna say the truth. Wasanii hawafurahi whatever is going on. Yeah.
Is that maybe the main reason that there's some laxity when it comes to artists being supported in Moreno University?
I think it starts from the government. Like, I didn't even say government, but like the officials. Jukama, the officials, themselves, how to appreciate the locals, or to appreciate Aji.
Very hard.
It's very hard. If they would have been appreciating us from the moment of giving us shows and paying us well, and ensuring like kila kitu iko fiti, like everything is in place, people would have been appreciating us more.
The respect would have been
better.
So about Moraa, Moraa, see any other celebrity, is a big celebrity in Kenya. See hata Moreno ni Kenya, sindio? Now, talking about you becoming an icon of yourself in an environment where people are trying to major in different things, how has it been when you talk about your interaction with other people? Kuna ule mtu ukienda tuseme unataka kubai kitu anakuambia wewe ni celeb, huwezi bai kitu na this amount. How has it been?
Okay, so I remember when Haya went viral. I wasn't ready for that. I really wasn't. I used to walk. Maybe I'm just not in the mood and someone wants a photo. Maybe umeparara. Someone still wants a photo. That was a bit dini for me, because I'm also kind of an ambivert. Sometimes I'm extrovert, sometimes I'm an introvert. So it was hard for me. You can't tell anyone no. And then there are people who are like, hey, Moreno nakosaje do, when msanii, ama like when celeb nakosaje do. I've also had such interactions, but I just giggle them off, because it's not wrong for people to think like that. I mean, fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't find any issue. I think I've just been taking it really nicely.
And your collaborations with other artists, now tuende kwa space ya the national level. Talk about artists who have done it majorly. You've done collaborations with Tukukantu, Vijana Barubaru. How was the first, yani nini liko kwa mind yako when you are working with these people?
So I've known Vijana Barubaru for a while. Hizo siku za kwanza when they were starting TikTok, wakianza kupost TikTok, and people were recognizing them for the first time. I remember they had an open verse challenge that I participated in, and people were like, yo, you guys need to work with this girl. That was kitambo. I think I was in first year. People were like, you need to work with this girl, and they kind of reached out to me at the time, but it was a bit hard for me kupatikana, because I was young. I have strict parents. They're like, who are these people you're going to meet? No. And that is how I lost the first opportunity. I was supposed to have a collaboration with these guys kitambo.
They looked for you?
Yeah, they did. And then they grew. Of course, I continued being a loyal fan, and I continued participating in their open verse challenges. So I participated in this one, Nisawa. So yeah, people are like, yeah, yo, this is really nice. And then they picked the best, and they put us in a group, and they were like, we need to meet on this day, we want to record your verses. I was so excited, because I had really waited for this time. It was such an honor. I can say it was such an honor, and it was such a blessing to my story. Yeah.
And what was the lesson behind working with these people? Ulifika hapo ukaona their professionalism and you were like, man, we need to take this back to Moreno. What was one thing you felt like it really needs to come back to this other side?
I think quality. Quality music. They have really nice quality. They have a really nice equipped studio, and they are so creative. I think majorly quality. Quality of music. They have really nice quality.
And now let us to transit kidogo into the world of TikTok. Mimi nikikujua, I knew you as a TikToker.
Yeah. Watu wanajua na mambo mingi.
Yeah. So, coming to Moreno, I knew you as a TikToker, and I knew you as a dancer. So, to the part when you are now singing, I was like, hey, so this girl can sing. Hey. Sasa unaona that aspect. How has it been to transition now from being a dancer to being a musician or an artist? Or have you just decided that tabaki side?
It actually wasn't a transition. I've been dancing and singing consequently my whole life. So what was happening, I started with singing when I joined campus. Watu walinijua na kuimba. We had a band ilikuwa Hotspot. So my music wasn't doing well. I needed an audience. My music wasn't doing well. And I had friends who were dancing, they were TikTokers, kama kina Black Moji. They were telling me, oh, yo, kuja to dance, because I knew how to dance, and I was like, okay, why not? Then suddenly, it started producing fruits, like, nanza kona sana ni follow, nini. And I decided, I'm gonna use this as a tactic. Nikifika around 50,000 followers, I'm gonna release music. Just so now, I didn't have the audience.
Strategy.
Now I have people that are following me for dance. Just dance. Why should I not like niwaonyeshe sasa ile talent? No masasa.
Kuna ingine.
Ile ingine. So dance was like a tactic for me. And then sasa like now I came back to music. Imekuwa a bit hard to balance. But yeah. I'm still trying to tread in those waters.
Okay. As an independent artist, how has it been when you talk about financially? The financial aspect of it. How are you able to support your craft?
Music is expensive, guys. Mkiona tuna smile wasanii huku nje, mkuja tu mtu hug, because we need those hugs. Music is really expensive, and especially if you are supporting yourself, ama you're an independent artist, it's really expensive. But I think I discovered some way of like earning some small income. Ndio nimekuwa tu nikipush nayo.
Yeah, so would you say music pays?
Yeah, music does pay. Music does pay. Once you're registered under what is this thing called? A distributor, music will pay you. Once you're pushing your music and you're marketing your music will pay you. I think by now I've nimetoa pesa kamera mbili off my music.
Unaweza tupea range maybe?
No.
Nasema yetu tuweke kando. Okay. Now, there is this controversy, maybe rumors people don't understand, because you've mentioned about the group Hotspot. Now people are associating you with Hotspot. Kuna mtu I saw a comment, huyo ni Moraa Hotspot. And I was like, so kumbe tena naitwa Hotspot. Yeah. So how is it you trying to now tell these people that I'm now this brand, I work as myself? How has it been?
I think people just take time. Watu tu take time, lakini wataona like now Moraa is standing alone, and she's trying to recreate a whole new brand of herself. So I'm just giving it time. Hakuna pressure. I'm really proud of my Hotspot days. They have made me who I am today. So I'm just giving people time, and then they're gonna discover, I think Moraa is doing something different, and then they'll understand, now she's riding solo. The timing was right. Yeah.
Okay, now let us talk about the whole aspect of working differently. You know, kuna ile mimi kama artist, I want to become unique. I want to become different in a space. Unaona, kuna huyu anaimba this and this and this. What made you now choose mimi I want to do soul music? This type of music that you're doing?
I think it's majorly influenced by the music I used to listen to growing up. it's majorly influenced by classical music, but I'm such a fan girl of being authentic. I like being myself. I like pouring myself into my music. It just gives me a refreshing feeling. Nikki Jua, I was feeling this way and I sat down to write this song, and this is the product. It just gives me a refreshing feeling. I just love being authentic. It's just a choice.
So you write music basically out of what is happening around you?
Majorly, most of the time.
So do we expect saizi tukiongelea mambo na inaitwaje BBC what?
Hiyo stuff flani
the blood parliament. Are we expecting anything of a sort?
Okay, I can write something on it. I can, but unaweza. Stay tuned.
Someone is surprised. Okay, now let us move back to the art itself. Talking about your album, how many albums have you worked on so far?
Okay, so I released my first album January last year. That was my first album. I haven't produced any after that, but currently I'm working on the album for this year. Another one for this year, which is actually halfway. I'm halfway with it, and I'm so excited about it because this was something I had promised myself at the beginning of the year. I was telling myself I need to challenge myself every month to record 4 songs. By April I'll have like 20 songs, and then by August I'm gonna have like 30, and then I get to choose the best 14 and make a whole album
out of it. Creativity.
So yeah. I only have one album, and I'm working on the next one right now.
Okay, what is the secret that artists have not even unveiled about using an album or dropping a single? What is the secret behind writing an album?
The secret of writing an album, you have to have a course. You have to have a course. You have to have purpose. You have to have a message. So you need to know first your target audience. You need to know nikina nani najaribu kuongelesha na hii album yangu. And you need to take it as work. You need to sacrifice a lot. It takes a lot of things: emotions, sacrifice, pain, happiness. It just takes a lot, and you need to be ready to offer yourself to this project that you're trying to create, because at the end of it utangalia nyuma and you'll be like, damn, it was
really
worth it.
Now talk about your album. What was now the outcome of your album? Ilileta nini up to now? You look at it and you're like, this is the output of that album.
Okay, so when I was dropping my first album, I didn't have a lot of fans. I didn't have a lot. People didn't even know me. I was just laughing at myself some time back, and I was telling myself, sasa unatoa hii album na watu wakujui. Na watu wakikosa kusikiza. Because who are you? When ni nani unatoa album? Like, you're just a new artist, you're just an upcoming artist, unatoa album and you want people to listen. But to my surprise, people really received it so well. Right now as I'm speaking, it's at 220,000 streams all time.
Wow.
That's my first album. People didn't know me. Like, just from scratch. Kujiaminia tu.
200,000.
200,000.
Hey. Tutafika hapo kweli.
Yeah, utafika. Ni time tu.
Now, who are those people that tunafaa ku expect Morata work na wao? Ama who, before hata tufike hapo, nani anaku inspire musically first?
I think Kenya BN. I'm such a fanatic of BN. Like, I love his music a lot. If there's someone I'd like to work with, BN. There's also Kina Watenda Willy, Nikita Kering, Njerai. Wase wanazoza tu saizi man. Ni wakali. There are a lot of artists to kuije wanoma. Nikianza kulist hapa hivi show itaisha leo.
Asema there'll be a lot of numbers.
Man.
Okay. And talking about now hii album inakam, do you expect any new artists that we've never heard before?
Yeah. I don't want to spill the tea though. But like, you guys, you better be ready. Like, this album itakuwa something you guys haven't heard before. And you might even see artists you didn't think I'd pull.
Nasema tunashtukia tu kuna OG hapa ametulia.
Kuna mtu tu hapo na mnasema Moraa tu wapi huyu? But you need to be ready. It's gonna be really 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 crazy.
Now, anything else that people should expect in your next album that is coming?
First of all, I realized people haven't really had the real Moraa, like size when you make grow hivi. People have just had my second year song and they fell in love with it. Na hapo ndo wali focus because when you look into my album, these songs has a balance. Higher has the highest streams, and then there's another jam called Fire on Fire, iko 50,000. It's not balanced, so people have really not known me as Moraa. So this album, people get to see who I am, my vocal ability, my vibes, my flexibility, my versatility. There's just a lot. You guys, mukwa tu ready. Nikunoma. Nikubaya.
Okay. Before hata tuende kwingine tumalizie, Skali kalisema unity. Hiyo kitu alilia sana, akasema hata uoshi ukileta mtu mwingine talk about unity and he or she will just tell you straight to the face that creatives are not united.
Yeah, that's true.
What can be the reason behind it?
Competition. People are competing. Instead of kukuja pamoja kuunite, mtu like Moraa mpata 50 na mimi nimepata sijui ngapi. People are comparing themselves. But the moment tukianza ku work na different attitude, like just music for the passion, kuifanya tu for the passion, hapo ndio vitu zitaanza kwa different.
So the competition itself.
Yeah.
I think competition
compete. Like unakuwa so engrossed into competition, unasahau the whole reason mbona unafaa kunafanya stuff.
The movement itself. Now, who has been your biggest supporter, biggest fan since you started?
I think my dad. My dad is such a big fan. I remember when I was dropping Pedi, he was like, "Yo, wimbo yako itatoka nivae suti nikuja." He's such a big fan of mine.
Anajua Pedi.
Anajua Pedi. He keeps asking me on every call, "Pedi imefika ngapi?" Hii itafika 1 million. Every time.
That is a great motivation.
Yeah, it is.
Unajua ingekuwa mwingine akisikia Pedi.
Anakuuliza wewe. He's understood. He's really understood. Like I really need to like stretch myself a bit just to kufurahisha fans wangu. He's really understood that and he's been really supportive.
Now, when it comes to your creative ability, do you think at some point unafika mahali unasema I want to cap this music, sitaki kuongelea this and this?
Okay, yeah, sometimes I have limits. First, kwanza nikianza, I used to be really shy. I didn't want to talk about some things in my music. I'm like, watu watanifikiriaje? Kama haya. There's this line I put, hasira za mkisi. There's a line I put, hasira za mkisi. I was like, watu watanifikiriaje? Watu watafikiriana wachongoa. Nini. But I was just like, we only live once.
Yeah.
But I think now as I've grown, I just don't care anymore. I'm just doing my music. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Yeah, because hii album mtasikia a lot of, you'll just see a whole different Moraa. Hautaniona like as the young, cute chile. It's just like a whole grown person, an evolved person.
Nasema hapo tungoje sasa maneno kinafali pupa.
Nikumoto, mtulie.
Okay, before we end, I'd like to know your opinion maybe on what should artists have in mind when they're having their craft, especially in this environment kama kampo. Kuna ule mwenye anakuja na expectation ya I'm coming to a space iko na over 50,000 people. My music nikitoa, I expect something like this. What is your advice to such a person mwenye anaanza?
I will tell this person, there's always a chance. There's always a chance for everyone. And as long as you stick to yourself and be your most authentic self and not pressure yourself with competition from sijui nani and sijui nani, you're on the right track. It might take years and years and years and years. It took me like first year, because when I came to school, I think my whole purpose of coming to school was music more than education. Ni usanii. It took me first year, second year, and December before to get that year, that's the time like vitu zili blow up for me. So it took me 2 years. It might take you 4 years, but like eventually, uki stick to your course, haiwezi kosa kuungana.
And what is the different things that maybe other artists are doing that our Maseno we are not doing?
Huku nje.
Yeah.
They're consistent. People are really consistent. And they're not just consistent, they're consistent with quality work. Quality audios, quality videos. Hata mimi mwenyewe sijafika your level, but I'm working towards it pole pole and growing slowly. But like consistency, quality work, ufikiri competition, hakuna jealousy, you just growing as yourself. Na una focus tu na kenye unadai.
Now, maybe you're exiting Maseno University. Who ni nani unaangalia hivi unasema this is the future of Maseno music industry?
I'm trying to think. There are a lot of talented people, but wengi unajua kwa fourth year. Skalik is a good rapper. I think he really has a lot of potential. Kuna kina Skila, kina Mr. Five. Mr. Five? I'm not sure. They're also really, really, really nice. There's just a lot of talent. People need to like wajitoe nje. What's happening? Wasanajieka kwa some cocoon. Wanaenda tuko kwa ma studio huko wanajifungia. People are not listening to their music. And then there's this Chile, anaitwa Stallion. Yeah, she's really also talented.
Nasema hao ndo wanakuja kublow,
kusumbua.
Yes. Kuna vijana wanaingia studio wanafanya music, wanajisikiza. Wanakuwa mafans.
Unakaa huko na music yako and people want to listen, man. Just take that shot. Take that shot.
Okay, as we wind up the show, maybe what is one experience that you'll never forget while you are performing? Ni gani ukikumbuka hivi your performance on stage unasema hiyo sitaisahau?
I've had a couple of experiences. I think there's this time I was performing at Yala, and then there were these Chiles walikuwa wananiambia, Moraa, perform Broken Hearts, and this is a song that I've never marketed before. I've never pushed this song. It's at 10,000 views on YouTube, but I've never pushed this song. So I was really touched by the fact that there are people that are actually listening to me, not just the viral sounds, but the actual music. Walienda kakalia album yangu and they were like, I like Broken Hearts. That really, really touched me till date. Till date.
Nasema ni kitu utaikumbuka forever.
I think, yeah, forever.
There was an artist, not an artist, Bahati alisema gospel industry iko na a lot of politics. Is it the same category yenye unafanya, the genre that you're doing?
I think politics is kila mahali. There are disadvantages na advantages kila mahali. So I think ni wewe tu unatembea na kina nani. Who are you working with? Kama watu una work with wako na maneno utakosaje politics?
Yeah.
So like ni wewe tu kujikeep from the drama.
Okay. As we wind up the show, maybe you can just tell your fans something.
Okay. So hi. Hi guys. I just want to thank you for supporting me, for loving me, and for pushing my music. God bless you guys. Keep believing in yourselves. Yeah.
Wanakupata wapi social media handles pia? You can tell them pale wanakupata. In case of album pia wanaipata wapi? Utawaambia pia.
So you can find me on Instagram at m.o.r_aa. On Instagram you can find, not Instagram, on TikTok you will find me at It's Me Moraa. My music you'll find it on YouTube at Velalyn Moraa, and on other platforms such as Spotify, Boomplay, you'll find me just at Moraa. You'll find my music.
Okay, so let us wind up the show, but tukimaliza utatuachia freestyle. Tuko na ka freestyle kadogo, at least the fans wajue ni nani yako hapa. We cannot be talking about music na tunamaliza tu kama cameraman wako tu hapa hivi, si ndio? Okay, we've come to the end of our show today. This is Capital Creatives, and one of the best things that has happened to us is that we've brought Moraa to this show. It has been amazing. It has been the last episode for season 1. We are looking forward to having season 1, season 2, season 3. For now, this is season 1. The last guest utaona pale tukimpost ni Moraa. That will mean that this is the end of it all. So we want to say thank you for being consistent enough to watch all of our videos, to subscribe to our channel, and we promise that next time tukirudi it will be more bigger and better. So right about now, make sure you subscribe, share to your friend. Tupatane next time. I've been your host, Washington Odongo.